An interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at the Warriors. These guys have been getting it done pretty much everywhere in the midst of a good stretch here. Back home again could propel them to another win.
And coming off their championship last season, that success, I believe, carried right over into this one. They played at a high level all year long and stand poised to make another run at the title.
Certainly looks that way, Greg. I mean, some teams go through a little bit of a malaise or a hangover after a championship. Not these guys. They've had a terrific year.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. James with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
And the technical free throw is good. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Now here's LeBron. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Curry against Irving. Shoots from the elbow. Again, Curry missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
The drive by LeBron. And that one's good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
That's his first personal foul.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed. this. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball. IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. The tray. No good from Irving.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
That's good.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Wizards in Washington. James kicks to Smith. Back to James. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Curry against Irving. Curry can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. Now, here's James. Love kicks to Smith. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Warriors trail by 4. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. Shoot first and ask questions later is a philosophy all players can get with, and one he instilled in his team today. With the shooters they've got, he wants any open look to immediately result in a jump shot. Players love it, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, because that's really the only way that you can force the defense to spread out and extend itself, and when that happens, then other opportunities are created.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for LeBron. Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Smith outside. On the wing, Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
We've got 1:28 left here in the first quarter. Rush gets the bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Cavaliers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. It's a pick by Love, stolen by Barbosa. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. A floater and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. There's the 3. No luck. Cavaliers go the other way with it. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Picked by Mozgov. Irving kicks to Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Thunder.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Livingston hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
12 seconds left in the first. LeBron outside. He got it up. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave him to him.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And Golden State looking at who they got. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. So he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Warriors trail by 3. Thompson inside the line, and the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers shooting well, 50% from the floor. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Jefferson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 4 on the clock, 20 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. Warriors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And the dunk by Barnes.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Timeout called Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Smith outside. Love outside. Dishes it to LeBron. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
And Green gets it to go.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
LeBron with it. Now Green defending. Thompson against Smith. Back to LeBron. Pass to Smith. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
It's Thompson off the drive, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. James against Green. Now here's Irving. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
And for LeBron, he said he'd like to be a billionaire. It's his ambition to have an influence that goes beyond the game. And guys, he is certainly on his way.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Landon Rush, he's checked in for Barnes, and it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. Now here's James. He's got 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Smith. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 6 points for J.R. Smith.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
That's good. That's 7 points for LeBron.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Here's Irving following the score by Golden State. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Rush.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level. It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's got 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless. Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Livingston kicks to Spates. Iguodala outside. Missed inside. The clock runs out, and we're heading to...
Thanks, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, we're trailing by 5 points. That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And the approach in that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
And mostly he's been getting to the line, guys. I mean, he has the free throw total to show for it, as well as the bumps and bruises.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the 1.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
James, no good. Warriors leading by 7. And here comes the break. Here's Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Number 1, Steph Curry.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Smith dishes to LeBron. The wide open look for Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 10 points in the game.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Irving kicks to Love. Feeds it to Smith. And stolen by Barnes. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good on the shot. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Smith kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Irving. Thompson inside, covered by Bogut, and he gets the bucket. 5 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. He dishes it to Love. No good from outside.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for LeBron. Now here's Curry. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Offensive rebound. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. They set the pick. Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. It's stolen by Green. It's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving by himself.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Looking now at the numbers for Iguodala. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now, here's Jefferson. Back to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Now Irving, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Jefferson kicks to Irving. Here's Dellavedova, covered by Barbosa. It's tipped. The feed to Dellavedova. Mozgov passes to Dellavedova. Misses from short range. Warriors leading by 6. It's Iguodala with the drive. Spates. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's called on Channing Frye.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Now, here is Smith. He has 6. Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. From deep. Cleveland gets it back. There's the dish to Frye. LeBron outside. Fires for 3. And again, LeBron missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
The baseline J. And again, LeBron missing. Well, through 3 quarters. Get back as we get set to start the 4th. Irving with it. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Iguodala out there with Green, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. James dishes to Smith. Kicks it out to James. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Golden State.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Here's James. Following the basket by Draymond Green. The drive by James.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult. while they're trailing?
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
They get it again. And the rejection by Smith. LeBron against Barnes. Love outside. Tries from 10. Out to Smith. Back to James. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Thompson. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Here's Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Irving passes to LeBron. The 3-ball. Green with the rebound. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Curry outside. Goes back up. And the rejection by James. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's Curry. Green in the post. He's going up against Love. And Green gets it to go. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Barnes against James. Love kicks to LeBron. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 6 here in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Warriors leading by 12. Curry kicks to Green. The Cavaliers pull it in. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Love dishes to Thompson. And stolen by Barnes. He kicks to Curry. This one for 3. Thompson with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
James right side. Pass to Love. Shoots the 3. Again, James missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Knocked away and stolen by James. Here's Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Curry passes to Thompson, and the rejection by Smith.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right. Take a look at what Irving's done. 10 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Warriors leading by 9. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Now off the inbound. The Cavaliers pull it in. Irving's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Baseline try. Curry with some nice D.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 11. 1:11 left in the 4th. Stolen by Thompson.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
Well, once they'd taken the first 2 from them, you could just sense how this one was going to go.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Green. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Now Curry, following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And Green gets it to go.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Curry with it. He's picked up by James. It's Curry with the drive. Stolen by Thompson. LeBron outside. Kicks it to Thompson. LeBron outside. It counts.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.